Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to go ahead and get into another collective energy reading. I want you to please understand that these messages are for the collective and take whatever resonates and leave the rest out. I have a very interesting reading right now. I sat with your cards before recording, and this has a lot to do with a friend group. So if you are having some sort of let's say like funky feeling about your friends, you feel like something is maybe off, like maybe you just don't feel like someone is being genuine with you, or you just have a gut instinct that something is just happening without your awareness. I feel like this is the reading for you. And the first thing I want to say is that you are showing up as the King of Wands, and that shows to me that people see you as a leader. They see you as someone very successful, someone really well put together. They know that you're charismatic. They know that you know how to speak to the crowd. You know how to sell yourself. You know how to get things done. I feel like you are someone that has a lot of initiative, and you are someone that you really do go and get the things that you want. Like, you're not afraid of being the first one in line with doing something. So it shows your qualities as a leader, as an innovator, as someone with a lot of creativity. These are very great traits that can attract, obviously, a lot of friends to us, but sometimes it can really take a curve and people can start seeing themselves as inadequate or less than around you. And then instead of them realizing that that's how they feel, they start to project these things on you. And I feel like King of Wands, you are very much in your authentic light. And I feel like that could be threatening for certain people. And it could be people that are close to you. And it's interesting because why is this happening? The Three of Cups is showing up, and the Three of Cups is showing up. And I feel like these are people that you may be celebrated in the past with, or still, maybe you feel like this is your tribe. And not to say that they're not, because in the cards, it shows that, there's going to be some friction, but as of right now, there is no dead end. Like, it could be something that could be reconstructed. But this friend group, I feel like it's a very genuine mutual love. I do feel like there's love there, but I just feel like there's a sense of competition because of some inadequacies that they feel they have, but they don't recognize that. And then they're just throwing at you this projection of you feeling superior, and that's not what's happening here. You are just simply in your lane. Some of you guys are really focused on your career, you're focused on your relationship, you're focused on your fitness, on your spiritual journey, on improving yourself. You have, a lot of aspirations, a lot of dreams, and you're really taking action towards manifesting the things that you want. And by manifesting, I don't mean like you sitting here putting a candle up. I'm saying you really are taking action in embodiment, okay? And that's awesome, right? But the Three of Cups, it just feels like then there's this level of competition here. And I say that because we have this Seven of Swords, which is, this is an energy of things happening behind your back. This is an energy of people trying to get away with some things, so that's never fun. And then you also have the Seven of Cups, which shows confusion. So that's interesting. I feel like there's confusion with the people that are being a part of this. It could be that maybe the energy has shifted. Maybe you feel the energy shift and you're confused about it. And I feel like they might feel confused about it too. I feel like everybody is confused in this situation. And what once felt very celebratory, now, according to the message from Spirit, is starting to feel like a burden. 10 of Wands, okay? And I like that Spirit is really putting it here very clearly, because when I was drawing the cards, I was just like, interesting. I'm going to get some clarifiers. And immediately, Seven of Cups and Seven of Swords. So it just feels like there is a fogginess here in the friendships. And I do feel like it's multiple people. I don't feel like it's just one person. It could be, but I feel like this is a friendship of more than one person. This is like maybe like a trio, or maybe four. But the Ten of Wands showing up there, as the message from spirit, this is a burden. So it's starting to become a burden for some of you guys. And when something starts to become a burden, it's not that you have to release it completely. It really depends on the situation, because if you have had certain situations with these individuals that you can't come back from, then this is your confirmation to let it go. Okay. So that's really, really important. If you feel like there's certain things that have happened that are not something that you can move forward from, this is a message clearly saying don't force yourself to forgive and rekindle the friendship. If anything, forgive and let go, right? But for others, if that's not the case, if it's not something that really happened that was terrible, the Ten of Wands is simply saying you have to find another way. There is another way, meaning that there's a conversation that has to happen. There is some rectification here that needs to happen, some accountability being taken that needs to happen. So this is not about you brushing something under the rug if someone did something to you. This is about having an honest conversation and taking accountability from either party, right? So very important for you to keep that in mind, okay? So that is the Ten of Wands. And we have here as the outcome of the reading, which is really interesting too, is the Six of Cups. So it could be too with the Six of Cups showing up here, especially in the reading that's saying something's coming out of the shell with the Seven of Swords, which means that there's something coming out that's happening behind your back. When I see the Six of the Cups, it tells me that maybe this is something that happened in the past that is now being revealed. Okay, so that's really interesting. So with that being said, Six of Cups energy can tend to feel like melancholic or just simply wishful thinking, even like it just feels foggy. It feels emotional. It feels like a wound is being reopened. And that's what I'm getting from this. Someone from the past, something from the past being kind of like brought back up to light. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get a little bit deeper into this story because it's really interesting. Let's get First, I want to get into the Ten of Wands and see what else Spirit would like to share with us. So, what can you tell me about this Ten of Wands? The Fool. Ten of Wands with the Fool. The Fool can speak of detachment. It also can speak of foolish energy, like putting your trust in something that does not deserve it, or that you shouldn't. Premature decisions, so like jumping the bullet a little bit too fast. Underdeveloped energy, that could feel that with the Fool too. So that's really interesting that the Fool showed up with the Ten of Wands, but it also can show a new beginning, right? So a new clean slate, starting all over again, okay? And the Lovers, there's a decision here. It could be that maybe this is I hate to say it, but it could be that there was a romantic relationship um that went left, or yeah, like something went left with a romantic relationship. But the Lovers in general, let's take away the love thing because I want to keep it as general as possible to help as many as you guys as I can. But this is an energy of decisions. So there is a decision that you have to make as far as this burden now that these friendships are becoming in your life. And the Moon. The Moon shows confusion, it shows revelation, it shows emotional energy from within, wounded energy. It's interesting because you have three major arcanas clarifying this 10 of wands. So it really wants you to understand that this burden, if you don't make the decision to address it, is going to get worse. And then the Hierophant, yeah. You have to make certain decisions. You have to establish your non-negotiables. What are your morals like? What are the things that you're not willing to sacrifice? And follow your gut. Okay. Now with the Six of Cups, let's see what the Six of Cups has something to do with this here. The Six of Cups is the outcome. And I'm getting that past energy, like about this wound being from the past. Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is saying, I heard retreat, which is really interesting. Retreat, when I think about the Queen of Pentacles, I think about her in her garden, focusing her energy on herself and her resources. Because the more she focuses on herself and her resources, and the more abundant of information and of knowledge and wisdom she gets, the more she can help her community. That is the type of archetype that I see the Queen of Pentacles as. And I feel like that's exactly what you're being called to do, is to go within, focus on yourself. For some of you guys, focus on your money, right? Focus on the things that are important to you, because like I said, the person that resonates with this reading, or the collective that resonates with this reading, is King of Wands archetype. Okay, so you are very successful. It could be too that there has been a leakage of resources. So if you're the type that you have been lending money, this is an energy that shows maybe it's time to bring it back. You know what I mean? Bring it back. I know you're generous, but there's certain things that you have to bring to balance with this energy. And High Priestess. Yeah, there it could be a revelation coming through. Like there's like something that you're going to feel is confirmation. The High Priestess can show secrets, though. Like it could show secrets being revealed, and the reading really does lean towards that quite a bit. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is the truth coming out. So regardless of how this works, there's going to be a lot of clarity, although it could feel a very um this balancing and uncomfortable energy. It definitely shows here that that could be the case. This is something that needs to come out to light, okay? Just so that way you are able to see the reality of it all. All right. I'm going to pull one last card and we can close it out, my friends. All right. This one showed up. Yeah, Two of Swords. Brighter passage. So right now, I feel like the best thing that I could tell you with this card showing up as the last card is to retreat. And I heard that word twice. So retreat is very important for you. Disengage. The Two of Swords can speak a little bit of isolation, but it's more about, again, self-preservation, about quieting your mind around the chaos, about taking a step back before making impulsive action. That's why that Fool showed up there, warning you of impulsive action. This is about gathering your thoughts and creating your own peace and balance. And that is the last message of the reading. Okay. So please let me know if this reading resonated with you. If it did, I hope it helped. And drop me a comment down below with whatever you got from the reading. If you do want to support my channel, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.